This is a darned exciting time to be thinking about this red planet. Our approach for exploring Mars, both with Pathfinder and the Global Surveyor now, has led us to this point. We have a camera, it's an asset, orbiting Mars now, and we're continuing to test the hypothesis that this amazing array of landscapes that have been inventoried possibly are linked to a modern record of surface water. We're seeing the potential for that water being more accessible to our robotic exploration tools than before. Now let me share with you a graphic that starts to put this in further context. Here is one of the, I think, absolutely beautiful examples of these features. These happen to be very near the South Pole, again facing the pole. It's in a pitted terrain. And what you see here is a landscape at scales of miles across that is, at first glance, perhaps alien and unnatural. But upon closer inspection, you see some things that remind us of landscapes here on Earth that perhaps we're not that accustomed to. I'd like to then let you look at this for a second and then ask for the next graphic. And the next graphic is a view of what these features might look like if you were standing up next to them. But this, of course, is not Mars. This is a view that may remind you of Mars, and it's a place on Earth that shares some aspects of the physics of the environment, the physics of the landscape. It does remind us of Mars, but this is in fact the most recent, the most newly formed landscape on planet Earth on the island of Surtsey off the coast of Iceland. And here we see at least one way of interpreting that process that you saw in the previous graphic here on Earth. The scale of that picture is a couple of football fields across, and what you see are gullies emerging from a layer that were triggered by flash flood-like eruptions of water under pressure from those layers within a volcano that formed 30 years ago. So we know this kind of process works on Earth. This environment is interesting because it also, the environment in Iceland also shares chemical affinities with what we understand about Mars. We'll be looking harder as we follow the water to understand whether we found the modern water in Mars. We've known there was water frozen, certainly also in the long distant past of Mars history, but now we're looking at the modern in time record of water that might exchange itself between the subsurface and the surface, producing these beautiful landscapes.